Alright, so last night I uninstalled and reinstalled everything from my mic. And I think it sounds tremendously better. Let me see if I have everything set up properly. Nope. Nope. That's how it goes, I guess. Okay, cool. I'm pretty happy about that, though. I mean, for the most part. Good morning, everyone, though. I know I never do stream this early, but I have to leave like around 6:15 or 6:30. So I figured I would get in what I could for encounters. Alright, let's... I still need to grab a drink. Oh my god, that sound quality is so much better, dude. I should have uninstalled and reinstalled everything from the very beginning, man, right away. Feeling pretty happy though, man. Cannot complain. Yo, Six, I saw you playing Call of Duty last night. Hope you did well. Alright, let me switch screens real quick to make sure it doesn't mess up again. Okay. Aha! Alright. Dude, I love that feeling. When you're kind of like in the motion, in the groove. You feel like a golden god. Alright, yeah, I'll be starting shortly. Thank you everyone for stopping by and hanging out with me. It'll be a very short stream today, but doing what I gotta do. And I think later today, around 6, honestly, here in like 20 minutes, there will be another shiny reaction going out. I think I've got it set for like every 2 days on even days. Dang, hell yeah. But alright, I'll be right back real quick. All right. Let's do this. Oh, nice. Okay. Ooh, nice. Dang. Dude, that's awesome. Big congrats. That'd be crazy. It's gonna be a short stream. I'm gonna end honestly within like 45 minutes. Just because I have to leave here by like 6:15 or 6:30. Honestly, more closer to 6:30. I just have to start getting ready. Um, Honestly, kind of within that time frame. But I wanted to put some encounters in nonetheless. I felt like I didn't get very much in last night. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I got up earlier than I expected. And last night I had even said, if I end up getting up a little earlier, I'll stream for the short amount of time that I have before I have to leave. And I pretty much packed up all my stuff and got ready as much as I needed to until that point. So now, when it hits the time where I gotta leave, I can just kind of walk out the door. Honestly, my goal for this year really is to hit like 1,430, because I went back and looked last night, and I have been doing this hunt every egg month since 2023. I started doing egg month in 2023. I think Speed Twister did it. He's been doing it for a few years now. But this will be my third year participating. And the first year, I put in about 180 eggs. And then the next year, I got to 430. So I'd end up putting in a little bit more. But the first and second year, I still only had the one Game Boy player. So, like, my hatch rate was significantly slower, at least 4 times slower. So now that I'm just out here cruising right along with these encounters, if I can put 1,000 more in than what I ended with last year, I will be very hopeful for what the outcome will be in future egg months. And that's kind of the exciting thing about some of these full out event community events, is you really never know. And I kind of like the anonymity of it. And the only time I really done in like overtime was with bug catching contests, and I didn't count that towards my own contest. I was just at like almost 18,000 encounters and really freaking wanted it to shine. And I got better at it. And I might do bug catching contests for fun in my spare time. But other than that, I kind of am going to focus my current actual plans on stream. So not going to jump around too much otherwise. The bug catching contest, like all of March, was really fun, but it was kind of crazy being all over the place. Did end up getting Weedle though, which was cool, and we got Tangela. So we got a couple shinies, but it was a little all over the place. Very busy. I keep going to soft reset, and I don't want to. I don't know why. My brain is like, yes, just reset the game. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, exactly, which would suck so bad. Because, I mean, the eggs in this game work similarly to a lot of the games, pretty much every game going forward, is once you receive the egg, the values are set in that egg. So, like, it wouldn't be too bad, but I essentially would go back in time to a point where I would have to rehatch things I've already hatched if I had done that, which would suck. Unless I'm, like, saving after every egg hatched. Or, yeah, either every egg hatched or every egg received, or both, which I feel like is just too much. I'll save, like, every now and then. But, I mean, after I get through that one party anyway, I'm kind of back to a bunch of random eggs, but either way, it would definitely kind of waste some time. That egg hatched fast. So in about 15 minutes, I'm going to start, like, kind of getting a couple more things ready and together. But, I'm dressed. I mean, I got everything packed up. I'm Mostly just gonna make sure I get a little breakfast and get everything else set up proper. Oh man, I have an alarm set just in case I slept in. I'm so glad that I looked at that. It's for 6:30, which is when I was gonna end anyway, but still. Oh, cool. Wow. I did not expect to look back over and see them already. How's everything sound? Honestly, it should be fine. I messed with it last night. I reinstalled everything. So the top two are my leaf green cartridges, and the bottom two are my fire red cartridges. No, this is Ruby. No, this is Ruby and Sapphire. The top two are Sapphire, the bottom two are Ruby. I looked over as I said that, and I saw my fire reds and leaf greens, and I was like, wait, that's not right. No, this is Ruby Sapphire. I traded Scyther over so I could still do. Basically, I traded Scyther over because I'm not far enough. Like, I had a completed fire red file. So I caught 4 Ditto and 4 Scyther, and I sent them over. And then I restarted that file for my badge quest. No flame body. Sorry, my brain. I was like, how did I set this up? Because the reason I did Ruby and Sapphire is I love this game. I thought it'd be cool to get I'm pretty sure they have different sprite models between the two games. I could be wrong. I actually think I am wrong. No, they are different. Yeah, no, they do have different sprite models between the two games. But also, I want to go for a Scyther in the Safari Zone in Fire Red Leaf Green and the Game Corner in Fire Red Leaf Green. So I figured because I want to do those other 2 hunts in Fire Red Leaf Green, I would do my first Egg Month hunt in Ruby Sapphire. Yeah, so I've done the Game Corner 4 times off stream, but in Heart Gold Soul Silver. I got everything in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Game Corner. I wasn't going. There's this options there in Heart Gold are Abra, Ekans, and Dratini, and in Soul Silver they're Abra, Sandshrew, and Dratini. Sandshrew and Ekans being another. They're counterparts, like always, it seems, as far as version exclusives go, which I think is kind of cool. But so when I went back and did it in Soul Silver, I didn't go for another Abra and another Dratini. I just went for the one I didn't have, which was Sandshrew. And now I have obtained all of those, so I'm just kind of going for Sudowoodo. I'm soft resetting Sudowoodo in those games, and it's given me quite the freaking runaround, honestly. No, dude, I wish. That's the one thing. I only have 1 copy of Emerald. So I have 2 Ruby and 2. Well, I have 2 Ruby and 3 Sapphire. My other Sapphire is just always in my DS Lite, and my DS Lite is always in my coat pocket. I always have a travel game. Honestly, I go to the hospital too much, and at this point, I just keep it in my jacket pocket because I've always got my jacket on me. It's never really very far from me. And B, it just has come in very much handy having that at any instance that I would go to the hospital. It's been a pretty big solace not having to completely lose my mind. Man, the juice is actually pretty good. Juice in the morning. Ooh. Oh man, that hurt. Come on, egg. Oh yeah. I used to have an emergency SP, but then I got a DS Lite last year for my birthday. That's also what I'm asking for this year for my birthday. Just because since I've gotten the travel one, I was like, oh my god, dude, the DS Lite is freaking great. Like, because before I just had like the 3DS, the 2DS, and then my SPs. The DS Lite, man, the ability to play either the Game Boy game or the DS game, I have just like reveled in so hard, and like the DS Lite has easily become my favorite console. I really like the original DS as well. I mean, it does the same thing, but just like the size and like sleekness of the DS Lite, man, like it is efficient for travel. It is great. I freaking advocate for everyone to get a DS Lite. I mean, you can play, like Gens 4 and 5, which is pretty solid amount of games, and you can also play like Gen 3 games. I don't know if Game Boy Color games work on there. I haven't actually tried that. I feel like they would, but I it's possible that they wouldn't at the same time, but that was weird. I'm listening to a podcast and I said at the same time Matt Mercer said at the same time. And it was just trippy. We said it in like a very similar cadence as well. He just said his with a lot more energy. Alright, old man. Hey, when you do that. Sorry. Thank you. Man, it's crazy to think my birthday's coming up soon. Can't wait. Except that I can, but I'm gonna be like 25 for the 8th time. I agree. I see. That's my biggest thing. The DSi is like such a cool freaking console. And like my biggest gripe about it is that they got rid of the Game Boy, like the ability to play Game Boy games and like put in a camera. Like I really just I wish the same, that it would have carried the ability to play Game Boy games throughout. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're putting more technology in it for updated features and 3DS stuff, I get that. I don't want to make it too blocky, but at the same time, come on. Hey, what's up, Cuphead? You would be able to play every gen up to 7 on... That would be sick, dude. That would be actually amazing. Yeah, dude. Oh, honestly, that would be so dope. Maybe that's why. Because that would eliminate the, some of the demand and desire for older games. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, the starter luck is real. I don't know what kind of sound I just made. I cannot tell you. It was like shock and surprise, I guess, but... Okay, so actually this is a good time to be right back so I can go get my stuff the rest of the way ready. I didn't mean to run into this. Just kidding, I totally did. This was my intention the entire time. Alright, I'll be right back. Ooh, ow, that hurt. That really hurt. I'm glad I didn't mess anything up when I did that. Alright, be right back. Stretch your legs. Get some breakfast if you need to. I shouldn't be long. That was so weird. I don't like really have neighbors. Like I do, but they're not like close by. And I still, what is that sound? I hear like super loud wind chimes. And I don't understand how that can be the case. Huh? What is that sound? That's so weird. Okay. I think that's going through my headphones even? That's kind of freaking me out. Dude, I don't know what that sound is. Weird. Sounds like a cult. However, I don't have much time, so. That was weird. It just sounded like a bunch of like wind chimes. But where the heck would they be coming from, and why would they be so loud? Yeah, I don't hear them at all anymore. That was so weird. Man, I'm so happy I fixed my mic. And now, like, I feel like I ran into the same issue again. I would just replicate what I did last night to fix it. So now, like, when I get my birthday computer, it will end up being, like, even better. And now I feel less likely and less inclined to need to invest in a new mic. I really thought my mic was going out, and I even said last night, like, it's about 6 years old, and I was like, no. But then after stream, I was like, I can fix it. Especially because, like, watch other content creators that have my same microphone, and I'm like, dude, there's no way my quality should be like this. Happy to have it fixed. I can probably do like one more batch after this. I would have liked to get to 1300, but didn't have quite enough time. I had to get up a couple times to get ready and do a few things. So I'll just make sure to put in a little bit extra encounters next time. 1282 isn't too bad. Weird number, but whatever. I'm going for a score bunny now, hoping to find it quick. Oh, nice. Oh, good idea.
Every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum, while others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options, so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on. Download the app today.
Alright, this will be my last batch that I hatch. And then I'll be back sometime next, or like... Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't know when the next time I'll be back is. I'm gonna do what I can, but... Yeah, to get to 1300, I'd have to do 4 more batches of eggs, which would... It just not gonna happen fast enough, because, yeah, right after this batch, I'm out of here. All right. Dang, dude. Last encounter would have been solid. Alright. Switch the eggs out. Oh no. Come on, old man. Don't do this to me. Don't mess with me right now. Okay. Oh, I got really lucky that he decided to grace my presence. Grace me with his presence, bleh, as I came out of the daycare center. Alright. We'll call it there. Thank you, everyone. Cannot believe we freaking did it. And by freaking did it, I mean we're able to get some freaking encounters in this morning, even though I didn't hit, like, my quota of at least 100. The eggs take a while to hatch, man. They do. But, glad to see everyone. I should have had the Latios reaction come out on the channel about 30 minutes ago. So, exclamation highlights. Definitely be sure to check that out. And I will see you all on the next one. Much love, everyone. Peace out. Definitely don't forget to, check out my Discord, check out my other socials. My memberships are only $1.99. It's starting at tier 1. There are 4 perks per tier. There are 4 tiers. Definitely consider checking it out. Hope you all have an amazing day. And